Alright, gang. Welcome back to the GareTheBear Show podcast. We are live, I think. There it goes. Alright, what's up, everybody? Oh, the Jake. Shout out to the Jake, man. Commented on the video. What's up, everybody? Hope you all are well. Hope everything is spectacularly beautiful. Hope everything's great with you guys. So this video is one I'm particularly proud of, and also it's been a long time coming for this video. I'm gonna get my lights going real quick. It's been a long time coming for this video. This is the celebrating entry into the YouTube Partner Program video on the channel, and this is a video I've had in my video ideas list for as long as I've been on YouTube. So I'm extremely grateful and I'm extremely excited to finally have gotten to make this video. Let's get the notifications rolled out. There it is. There it is. All right, I'm gonna get my phone on here, because usually what I'll be doing with this and on the gaming channels, I'll have my phone up, because I only have one monitor now since I got the PC. So I have the phone up with the chat, and then I can read the chat whilst I'm watching the video or doing the thing or whatever. But again, really fast, I wanted to say thank you all very much for, number one, the support on this recent video. It is 1 of 10, which if you're on YouTube, you know that's awesome. Support on the video, I appreciate that, and also just generally I appreciate all of the support from the last few years, and hopefully the support going forward, if you guys will still like to support me. But yeah, without further ado, it's funny because I've been in the partner program for a week and a half-ish, actually 10 days, and I'm seeing all these new little things, like here on the screen for the stream. So it usually has concurrent viewers and likes. Now it has chat revenue and new members. So if you want to do that, you could become a member, get exclusive emojis and all that fun stuff. But anyway, let's get hopping into the new video. Just right off the bat, I'm excited to get started. I am going to click. Boom. Whoa! Easy there, buddy. All right, got another like on it too. Sweet. Okay. Anywho. Let's hop over to the director's chair. Get everything straightened out. This is a very... What in the world? Oh, yeah, here we go. Okay. Without further ado, gang, let's check it out. Also, there's the thanks button right here. That's so cool. Over a week ago, I surpassed 3,000 hours of watching. I'm really happy with the new tripod, because I've been getting... The video before this one was me unboxing and testing out the new tripod, and this is the first full video that's not the review video that I've been able to use it. And it's great. I love it. Membership has its privileges. It sure does. Like you get your own comment section pretty much. But no, it's been a really good tool for me to use so far. I'm still working on getting it kind of into the everyday arsenal and trying to work out what it's exactly used for and this and that and the other thing. So this video was a really good help for that. Like on the production side of things, was really good to help me figure out what that tripod was like really, really good for. Johnny TFK, what's up, man? Welcome back, Johnny. Time, which meant I was eligible to apply for the first level of the YouTube Partner Program. I applied, and then just a couple of days later, I was in. Officially a YouTube partner. That's so cool. Look how dusty the screen is. No, so it's funny because it did only take a couple of days. A lot of times, a lot of things that I've heard is people say, oh yeah, it takes a couple of weeks to a month or so. And I'm like, I guess, because I think most of that's based on like if they have a lot of applicants in that period of time. So I guess there just wasn't that many applicants whenever I was doing it, or they have a quicker system for the 3,000 hour people, because there's a bunch of different ways to get in now. So they probably have a much more refined system as to how to review channels and AdSense and all that stuff. So either way, I'm excited that I got in so quickly, because like I was expecting it to take a month. So I'm excited. Also, almost all of the music in this video, so I talk a little bit about Epidemic Sound. I'm not sponsored, but it'd be awesome. But anyway, I talk about them a lot in how Evan Lindy put me on them, and one of the main things he talked about was being able to use stems. And the stems are essentially like the pieces of the song that make it the song. So like you have the melody, the instruments, the drums, the bass, what have you. So I think there's only 3 or 4 different songs in this video, and most of them, I think 2 or 3 of them, 50 to 75% of the songs in this video are stems. Like it's just, this one I think is just the melody, the dee-doo-doo-doo-dee-doo-doo. Like it's the simple part that I think makes it a lot of these things really, really cool, makes them better. Chloe, I love Chloe has her own emoji since she's the inaugural channel member, so she gets to use it in chat. That's so funny. I love it. Once we get another member, we're gonna be able to add another emoji, so that'd be fun. Maybe that's the perk for the second member. Whoever the next member is gets to pick the emoji that we get, potentially, barring, certain guidelines and stuff. But anyway, what's up, Chloe? But yeah, this song and a couple others are stems, so they're much more simple, much more plain, as opposed to being a whole orchestrated score of stuff, right? It's very simple, very to the point, not too distracting, and I've grown to really like that style where I download a really cool song, but only use the melody or the instruments. Okay, let me go back real quick. And I really like this shot. I don't remember what movie it was. I was watching a movie a couple months ago, and that was when I had really gotten into using this shot right here. And I noticed that in the movie I was watching, it had this exact shot or something very similar. I was like, hey, I know that shot. Oh, look at that. Chloe says, ooh, look at you using musical terms correctly. Hey, man, I be knowing stuff sometimes. Dad says, Chloe, you fancy in your green writing. Hey, green writing, fancy perks. That's so fun. That's awesome. And my star. And your clonely emoji. Chloe, you gotta showcase the other emojis too. That way we can promote memberships. Because that's not the only emoji that there's available. Just saying. And I was going to do, for the membership badges, I was going to do something other than the stars. But the stars were easy, and I didn't have time nor the brain capacity to come up with, 10 unique designs. The first one is called He Needs Some Milk. One thing I love, and I've really, with this tripod especially, it makes it really easy to line up doors and shots. So I love having, I have the rule of thirds grid on all my cameras now. Again, another Evan Lindy prop. But I have it on all the cameras now, and it's so nice and satisfying to line up the edge of a door frame on one of the thirds and make it to where it's perfectly straight and nice and square and everything. It looks so good. Except something's unlevel here, but alas, we'll move on. I digress. Oh yeah.
I started my YouTube channel in 2019.
That's so crazy how long ago 2019 was. Also, look at how gorgeous. I was so excited to go outside and shoot this video because the fall leaves and the trees and the weather and everything was so good. Those emojis kill me, dude. They're so funny. Also, that time lapse, fun fact, was shot on the ZV-1. Brent, 2019 was a while ago for sure, bro. It's been a minute. Walking. I made a comment a week or so ago, or one of the last commentary streams, about how people walk on camera, and now I just had to. Every time I was shooting these walking shots, that's all I was thinking about was how I was walking. I was very conscious about it, so I might mess it up. Also, I at first I don't know if anyone saw it. Well, actually, nobody saw it because I did it yesterday. So in YouTube Studio, or when I'm uploading a video, I can tag products in a video now, and I tagged the Never Give Up T-shirt that I'm wearing. But the problem was, it was timestamped, right? So it would pop up on screen whenever that timestamp hit, whenever I referred to the shirt that I'm wearing. The problem is, when it pops up on screen, this thing is giant, takes up half your screen, almost. It's an exaggeration, but it's like a big thing. It's like an overlay. It pops up, it says, hey, shop, store, GareTheBear, whatever. And it's cool and everything, but it's so in the way that I felt bad having it on there because I felt like that was disruptive to the viewing. Whenever I watched the video back to test that out, I felt annoyed that it was popping up on my screen. So I was like, okay, imagine the people that don't have an emotional attachment to this content, how even more annoyed they would feel. So I was like, let's just get rid of it. So I was going to tag the shirt in this video and make it pop up, but it was just too disruptive. I love this shot. What is it? This is so cool. I don't know why. It's just, I think it's something about the picnic table just being right in the center, and it's small, it's far away. I love it. I don't know. It's just, also it's a cool little fire pit area. We get the over here to the right, we have the fire pit, and then we've got the grate. Which, during Vlogmas, for those of you that are here, we have some exclusive insider access. For Vlogmas, I'm going to cook a frozen pizza over a fire. So stay tuned for Vlogmas because it's going to be awesome. We're going to have lots of fun things going on for Vlogmas, gang. Just saying. You got to just...
I started the channel because I've made
Vlogmas
YouTube videos in the past and I really enjoyed it. You see, my goal was when I first started was I wanted to make these videos. I wanted to build the channel up to the point where I could do it full time. However, I was unaware.
Let me put you guys on something. If you guys are sick and tired of your Sharpies bleeding through your paper, use a paint pen. Obviously, it's very, I don't know. The paint pen, I've started using it for these videos, and not only does it not bleed, but the lines are so much more bold and dark and solid. I needed to get a whole pack of colored paint pens. Actually, I'm going to write that down because there's certain people that want my Christmas list, and I'm bad at making Christmas lists, so there you go. 68. Okay, I'm writing in my book now, and I've been numbering the pages. I just numbered page number 69. Paint pens colored. Okay, that's a very niche piece of advice. It is, but it's so good. Sometimes the best pieces of advice are niche ones.
Aware of the amount of actual work and the amount of crap I had to do.
Bro, I love this diagram. How much I thought it would take versus how much it actually takes. So wild. Also, hold on. I'm having some technical difficulties. Give it a second. I got the binder clip attached to my desk so my charger cord won't hit the floor every 5 seconds. And now it's kind of being a pain. Just my phone's on the brink of death and I'm trying to use it for chat. Cloneliest Christmas list. Bills paid. Amen. Let's see here. Blills. Okay. Okay, that's gonna be annoying, but I think it's about the gist.
In order to get it to that
That's a very adult thing to wish for, too.
point.
I love this time lapse. Seriously, the time lapse, I got this one from the other side of the house, but the time lapse of the house in the foreground and the clouds going on in the background and just that, it looks so good. Our house is so photogenic.
So in August of 2020, I had moved into college,
Featuring the new
and I was
firewood
celebrating
house.
the 1-year anniversary of my channel. So at this point, I had
So fun fact, perhaps a pair of Hey Dudes. Oh boy, that's a not very adult Christmas request. But okay, so let me talk about this a little bit. So my phone, I've been using it for a microphone to like stand far away. And the way unless I want to hold it, be rent. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious, Brent. Love it. But let's see, what was I saying? Brent, you got me off track. Anyway, so the phone it records 2 channels of audio on the top and on the bottom of the phone, and in order to get it to sound right, I had to hold it sideways, which is weird. And it wouldn't catch as full of an audio. So what I did was I recorded it on one channel. So like the very top of the phone is where my mouth is going into. And I recorded that. And then in the editing software, there's a feature called fill right with left or fill left with right. So what I did was I did fill right with left. So the left channel was what I was recording in. And in that feature, I could edit that audio so where it would fill the right channel with the audio that was in the left channel. So I had dual channels of audio and it was a more full. But my talking here was much more full. Like I edited it. This is not how it came out of the phone, like how it sounded straight out of the box. Like I had to fiddle with it a little bit, and I think it worked out really well.
college, and I was celebrating the 1-year anniversary of my channel. So at this point,
You'll get your rent when you like and subscribe.
I had probably about 400 subscribers
Let me know if the like and subscribe button lit up for you. I'm curious.
approximately, and I was on.
Like the video. I want to see if that does that. It probably doesn't. I'm gonna unlike it. Like the video. I don't know. It's probably not gonna work on my phone. Also, because there's a delay. Unless it will. I couldn't tell you. Also, my phone probably hasn't updated YouTube, so you know what? That's probably irrelevant. Anyway, back to the action. Oops, where'd the chat go? I'm losing my marbles here. Marbles are being lost as we speak. Okay.
On campus with a whole.
I love this time lapse. Hey, listen. They're all just so good. I love them all.
Whole bunch of new people. So the idea was,
I remember when I was in college, when I hit 420 subscribers, and at the very same time, I only had 69 videos on my page. So I have a screenshot somewhere that says 420 subscribers, 69 videos. Fun fact: if you were there, you're a real one.
Grow the channel even more.
Fast forward another year, and it's still not growing that much.
Feet are cold. Wow, I love this time lapse too.
So after dropping out of school, I moved home, I worked, I made videos, I worked. Okay, fast forward to March of 2022.
I always there. Yeah, you is. See, you have the funny emojis. That's how I know you're a real one.
Over 2 years being on the channel, over a year since dropping out of school, and I finally hit 1,000 subscribers.
1,000 subscribers.
And only a couple months after that happened, I celebrated 3 years on YouTube, and still, not much progress was made towards the next goal. So over 2,000 subscribers, 500
Look at all
shorts,
those
and a bunch of
peaks
other
and
empty numbers
valleys.
later, we come to today, October of 2023.
I love this.
4
Little pumpkin. Little pumpkin.
years, 2 months into the channel. A little over a week ago,
50 months. Isn't that wild?
I
Golly.
surpassed 3,000 hours of watch time, which meant I was eligible to apply for the first level of the YouTube Partner Program. I applied, and then just
Look at all those views. Yeah, but they ain't coming back, bro. I'll tell you that right now.
a couple of days later, I was in. Officially a YouTube partner.
So wild, bro. Yo, what's going on, everybody? Holy moly. I had to reuse it because I didn't have enough time lapses, but like, oh, I love that time lapse. I love that time lapse. Oh, good grief. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Now, I still need to get 4,000 hours of watch time to get ad revenue,
Yo,
but
what's going on, everybody?
regardless,
Oh, wait.
we're in. And with
What did I
all of
just
this
do?
in
I don't
mind, I'm elated.
Let's go.
I am beyond.
The light in this shot was really weird. It was way just, I think it's overexposed. A lot of stuff going on in the
I'm
back.
excited. But even still,
The sun was annoying this day because there was clouds, but they were moving really fast, so it was a lot of bright, dim, bright, dim, bright, dim, bright, dim, back and forth, back and forth. YPP! YPP! Let's go!
there's more to do. As far as I've come in this journey so far, there's still more to come. I still have more to achieve. I still need to keep posting these videos, keep making them better, and keep earning that watch time.
That watch time, bro. Speaking of watch time, we are hot on the trail of 4,000 hours. We are just picking up steam. Very happy about that.
Still need to be persistent, and I still need to push on towards my goal.
See, right here, 258. I had that same T-shirt tagged, so it would pop up on your screen and say, "Hey, buy the T-shirt." But it was really annoying because it took up like this on the mobile. This whole hunk of the screen, it was taken up. It was very, very horrible. You can't see that because the cursor's really small, but like that whole bottom left-hand corner of the screen was just, it was terrible. So I got rid of it. You're welcome for that.
Never give up. I always need to be trying to improve and to learn and make my videos better and try and reach my audience in ways that
Bro, I tell you
have
what,
never been able to
like,
before.
that's something that's just been crazy in the last several months. Is I've been getting these videos. I feel like I've been getting so much better, and it's crazy because there was a point where I didn't think, like, I thought I was as good as I was gonna, or I don't know if I thought I was good as good as I was gonna get, but I just thought, like, how can I make this actually better? I've been reading this book here. Let me do a little plug here. Hidden Potential by Adam Grant. Been reading this book, and one of the thing I just read about in this past chapter was deliberate. I think it was called deliberate play. It was like how it's talking about like practicing and working and stuff like that, and like making the day-to-day grind fun. And I related to it in a little bit because part of it was talking about how it's about the quality of your practice. Simple art of not giving a duck. Exactly. But what I was reading about, it was talking about the quality versus the quantity of your practice, because you could have person A and person B, and person A practice every single day for 4 hours a day and gets better, but not nearly as better as person B, who practices every day, but only an hour a day and takes time to rest. And it's I wrote it down here. Hold on. Transform the daily grind into a source of daily joy. And let's see here. We have another one. Relaxing. Here we go. Relaxing is not a waste of time. It's an investment in well-being. So basically it was talking about if you're training for something, or if you're trying to work on something or improve a skill or something like that, it's okay to take breaks and it's okay to relax, because that improves your overall well-being, and therefore whatever it is you're trying to improve at gets better because you're fresh and you have a clearer mind and you're not feeling so obsessive. You're feeling more progressive. Also, Chloe says, the amount of time I heard the phrase, it's the quality of your practice in school. Hey, man, well, that was the thing. If you could practice half as often, but have much better practice sessions and gain so much more progress that way. Like, if you practice every day, doesn't necessarily, you practice 3 times a day, doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get 3 times as good, right? That doesn't necessarily correlate. And then without enjoyment, potential stays hidden. And with that, basically, I just talked about, finding a way to enjoy the process of learning and finding a way to enjoy the process of getting better at something. Because the goal, let me see here, I wrote this one down too. The achievement is in the growth. So you're not necessarily trying to be the best at something, or you're not necessarily trying to, win the thing or whatever it is. You're trying to get better every single time. Every time you go out, every time you practice, every time you whatever, you're trying to, you're working against your past self, and you're working towards improvement at that thing. Chloe says, I only got the hang of practicing during... Hey, you got the hang of it. You got the hang of practicing during senior year? You got the hang of it. That's the thing. That's the beauty of it. At least you got the hang of practicing, But anyway, sorry, I forgot the whole point of that tangent. But how I related that to myself was, I was making a ton of videos, but I wasn't necessarily getting anywhere with them. That was because I was putting so much, I was having such high quantity practice, yet I was able to edit 4 videos a week, but each video was only to the standard of being able to get it done quickly. The focus wasn't to get it done well. The focus was to get it done quickly. And so those 4 videos, combine the effort it took for 4 videos, and it still wouldn't amount to what the effort is I put in right now. And to completely contradict myself, I'm excited for Vlogmas because I'm going to go back to the everyday grind for a temporary time. But that I'm excited about because the way I think about that is, my skills got to a certain point doing 4 a week, and now that I've been doing 1 a week for several months, they're building and building and building and building to the point where when I go daily, I'll have a whole, evolved set of skills to where applying that to a daily setup, I think it's going to make for a much better daily series. So I'm excited to see how that ends up. We'll say there were some bangers that happened during that time. Nah, for sure there were some bangers, but I'm saying there's regular bangers now, or at least to my standard, right? And again, that's another thing is it doesn't matter what anyone else says. You do it for yourself, because if you don't enjoy it, it doesn't matter. But yeah, I think I've been able to regularly put out banger after banger, as opposed to a banger every now and again by accident, right?
And that makes me think, had I ever stopped learning? Had I ever stopped trying to grow? Because like I said, there was this whole period of several years that I didn't really get anywhere with the channel, right? What seemed that way. But in looking back on it and reflecting, I now realize that had I not gone through all those things, had I not gone through the seemingly nothing times where I was just kind of making videos and not getting anything out of it, I wouldn't be here today. I wouldn't be in the partner program. I wouldn't be where I am right now. And I definitely couldn't get where I'm going.
Persistence, baby. It's a character skill, according to this book. I was going to say something else, but I almost forgot. Shoot. Yeah, I think I forgot about it. Walking shots. Does that look natural? Does my walking look fairly natural, or does it look like I'm staging it? I think it looks natural. It feels like I know how I walk, and it feels natural. This is so cool. I love it right here. Oh, yeah. So let me tell you how that happened. This is going to be the director's commentary-isms. So I had this shot set up right here. Hold on. Let me see it. Okay, I had this shot set up. So my idea was I was going to walk behind the tree to where you couldn't see me anymore, then run to the camera, pan it, and then run back to where I started, walk again, cross the tree, You walk like a penguin with a broom up its... You walk fine, dog. Fair enough. Fair enough. But no, so I walked to where... Okay. And then there's a... I started panning. Cut. And then we have another cut. Cut. And see, it... If you don't really know, and if you're kind of like looking at it from a glance, that's really cool, and it's kind of an illusion because it looks like I'm standing and hiding behind that tree, and then somebody else is taking the camera and moving it. But in reality, it's all me, dude. It's all me. It's all me, dog. Oh, yeah. Again, this shot of the house, I love it. It's just so nice and square and pretty. Oh, it's good. What if figure A is married to figure B but likes figure C? Then something else. It's funny. That's iconic. That's hilarious. And then see here, I just started running for some reason. I don't know what that was for, but I wanted to leave it anyway, so I just did. I could tell you're behind because I was talking about person A and person B a minute ago, so it's a little bit behind. That's funny. But yeah, I just kind of like did one of those. What do they call that? Oh, that's one of those baseball memes, the courtesy jog. So you gotta like give it a little and then there you go. Fun fact, but this clip and this clip were like 3 hours apart. Figure A thinks figure C has a good figure. Hey. Okay, yeah, so this, I had this shot, and then a couple hours went by, I played some basketball, rested, sweat, all that kind of stuff. And then, see, no hat, hair's all messed up. This is 3 hours apart, approximately. I love this shot too. This actually, it kind of made me nervous because I had my tripod on the hood of the car, and it was, the way I noticed it was set up, it was kind of leaning a little bit, so I was afraid it was going to slide off when I started my car. But it was already set up square, nice, so I just didn't mess with it. And fun fact, or spoiler alert, didn't fall off, so we're good there, but still, it was interesting. Interesting. Un momento. Sorry. I gotta like I need to get another monitor. I'm gonna be honest with you. I want to get another monitor because having both monitors is so much easier to do the thing. You need CPL filter for shots like this. No, not spoilers. CPL. Johnny, what's the CPL filter? I'm a noob. What is a CPL filter? I think this is another instrumental stem right here, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, let me tell you, of all the time lapses that were in this video, this is one of my favorites because it's like an evening shot. So it's kind of like the sun's starting to go down. It's that golden hour. So circular polarized to remove reflections. Huh. That's cool that I've never heard of. Let me go back. Oh, yeah, no, I could see that. Is there a... You can't see the camera because it's angled a certain way, I think, but... Huh. Well, Johnny, that's something I've never heard before, so thank you for educating me. Yeah, that would be kind of cool. Huh. How do they do that? That's interesting. I just need... For this shot in particular, I just need to remove my windshield. It also, I think it would... I probably could have set it up differently for a better angle, therefore it wouldn't have been as harsh of a reflection. I could have had it, instead of on the hood, I could have had it standing right in front, just a little bit taller, so it wasn't looking down. It would be looking straight on, so it wouldn't be nearly as harsh of a reflection. But, hey, you live and you learn. Hindsight 2020, you know, all that fun stuff. Click, click, click. Oh yeah, sound design, baby. Gotta turn up all the clicks in the foliage. Oh yeah. Gorgeous. Gorgeous.
So from the beginning of my YouTube journey in August of 2019.
Oh, I love this right here. This was stolen out of Van Neistat's book because he's got a video where he has Brent Digs the Music. Yes, thank you, man. But Van Neistat has a video where he's got this whole thing on his chalkboard. He has a chalkboard. He painted himself. It's really cool. And he drew these rectangles that he's demonstrating something, and there was videos that went with it. And in these rectangles was a video preview that had a lower opacity, so it's like kind of halfway see-through. So yeah, Chloe, how did you do that? Okay, this is how I did it. So I drew the rectangle right on the paper, and then I put each video over top of the video that's me drawing the thing, and then I turned down the opacity so you could see through it, and then I shrunk the video up real good so it was like itty-bitty, so it fit right in that square. So I stole this from Van Neistat, because like my video editing brain saw him do that, and I was like, oh, that's how it's done, easy. That's how he does it. So I really had that idea in my head for a while to do it after I saw him do it, and now I just finally was able to execute it, and it looks so dope. The journey is crazy. Isn't it, dude? Oh my gosh, it's wild. And see, if you notice, pay really close attention. I'm going to go back just to make sure you're ready for it. Watch this.
So from the beginning of my YouTube journey,
see this video right here?
In August of 2019
watch the now.
To now.
It's synced up. So the video of me talking and saying the words is on October 23 now. It's on that square. So go back and watch it again.
So from the beginning of my YouTube journey in August of 2019 to now, that's 4 years.
Look at that.
2 months. That's 50 months.
And then this video here, after I put the sticky note down, is a different, the audio is a different clip, but I have the video over top. So now it's just me kind of sitting there, lining up my framing or whatever.
Of grinding and
it's so dope.
4 years and 2 months. That's 50 months of grind.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's GareTheBear. Thanks for stopping by the channel. Today, we're going to be doing some stuff. Oh yeah, iconic.
And trying to learn as much as possible and failing.
See, Dad and I are talking about this. Whoa, look at that. I just ripped this thing out of there. That was me being a little too rambunctious with my moving of the thing. Anyway, Dad and I were talking about this earlier, where really the second half of the video is the best, right? Like all the cool overheads and animations and stuff. All of that is in the second half of the video. Brent says, Garrett, I have a question. Brent, I might have an answer. Brent!
Over and over and
fail. That was a fun little thing too.
And trying to learn as much as possible and failing over and over and over. For the whole time I had this goal, I had this dream in mind, but I never really, until fairly recently, I never really saw a clear path.
See, this is an interesting statement too, because I never saw a clear path until fairly recently, which is wild because, like, this is why, I don't know if you've ever heard this, but like people always say it's important to have blind confidence in yourself when it comes to things like this, because you don't have to know necessarily how you're going to get there. You just got to know that you're going to get there. And you don't have to be able to give somebody an explanation, or you don't have to be able to give somebody a way. You just got to say, hey, I am going to get to this goal. I don't know how, I don't know when, it's going to happen. And so that's where, the whole time up until recently, I've been like, yeah, I'm going to get there. I don't know how exactly, but I'm going to get it. And then, so now, it's like, I'm figuring it out, the how. Brent says, for your 5-year anniversary, could you, redo big moments in your YouTube journey? The first vid. Yo, what's going on? I actually had the idea for, I think it was 4 years. I had the idea to, remake my first video. I wrote it down somewhere, where I would reenact my first ever vlog, which would be kind of cool. Like a way to honor it, but poke a little fun. Nah, I dig that. I wrote it down, like I said, at some point I wrote that down. But yeah, I think it would be fun to do a sort of gag recreation. That would be fun. Or I could do the same thing that I did, like the whole premise of the first video, where I started it off, introduced the thing, and then I went to Walmart, bought a candle for the thumbnail, and then used it. So I would do the same thumbnail idea where I had the 5 candle, and then I would use that for the thumbnail, and then I could sit down at the end and talk through instead of saying what the channel is going to be, talk about what the channel has been and what it was, and so far the first 5-year journey. I would have it the same format, and I would kind of poke fun and make references. That'd be interesting. I like that, Brent. I like that.
Path to getting there. And when you don't see a clear path to getting there, it's really hard to keep going.
This is also very true. that's where the blind confidence comes in. You just got to know. You just got to believe in yourself enough to know that, I don't know how, it's going to happen though. I promise. It's going to happen. And then when it does happen, everybody's like, oh my gosh, wow.
But when you get to that point to where that clear path to where you want to be is visible, that makes all the time up until that point completely worth it.
And see too, it's fun because I'm looking back at past videos and whatever the heck, and I'm really seeing, it's easy to see now in hindsight where I learned certain things and how pivotal certain times were. Like, I remember just distinctly how I was so scared to go once a week. I was worried about, if I wasn't posting enough, like what would happen, blah, blah, blah. Then I started posting once a week, and then my views have tripled, and like I've made better videos. I've learned so much. I've gotten so much better. And so it's that moment of taking on a scary, that was a very scary decision to make, but I took it on and it worked out amazingly. Like, just like dropping out of college, that was a scary decision, had a lot of potential downside, but the upside was tremendous. And so I went with that, and of course it worked out for the best. So that's another good thing. Like I said, looking back from this point on is really crazy because you don't really know how big something's going to be, like when you're in the middle of it, until you've done it and it's a long time from then. Like being able to look back several years and see like, oh yeah, that was definitely the way to go. I wouldn't have had it any other way.
99% of people, it takes such a long time to get to whatever goal you
a lot of clock
set. And as a result of this, it could be really, really hard to keep going because sometimes, most of the time, it takes a long time. So
yeah, that's something I wanted to make reference of this, but I also didn't really want to. It never really fit in somehow. But I like to compare the YouTube journey because honestly, Mr. Beast is the biggest creator on the platform by far right now. But a lot of people don't understand, and he talks about this all the time, and he sucked for the first 10 years, right? He sucked. He got no views, and he was like making, I think he said he was making like less than $100 a month for the first 10 years, right? And then all of a sudden, he started to, that whole time he was learning and starting to figure it out, and studying and researching and practicing and making videos and whatnot. So he was a nobody for the longest time, and now he's the face of the platform. And so the point in that is, just because you just found this person, or like just because they've recently started to blow up, doesn't mean they just started like less than a year ago, right? Like most of the time it takes people so long to get to that point to where it's unrealistic to expect someone to blow up overnight or to blow up in like less than a year or whatever. And if they do, that's phenomenal. However, that's a very, very low percentage thing that happens. And a lot of times, too, people blow up out of nowhere and don't know what to do, don't know how to handle it, so they fizzle out and burn out or whatever because they can't keep up with the demand that they've placed on themselves because they think, oh my gosh, I have 1 million subscribers now, I have to grind like crazy, when in reality, that's not the case, and then they burn themselves out. Chloe says, I cannot wait to get to that point in my career. I'm so excited for this journey. Dude, it's going to be so good. You can already tell it's just kind of getting to the momentum is building. Laying some good foundation over there, friend.
Throughout this really long process,
the video shots on paper is cool. Thanks. Yeah, I was really happy with how that turned out.
4-year span, I've been really just working really hard towards making the videos better and getting to the point where the channel can be monetized. That way I can fund these videos and continue to put them out and continue to make them.
Something that's, I don't know if it's just me, but I really don't like how talking about, I guess it's not really that taboo anymore. It just still feels that way for some reason. Like, I don't want to ever be uncomfortable talking about, like, hey, I want to make money on this channel because, like, if I want to do it full time, that's kind of what goes along with it. I don't know why it always just feels taboo, but like I want to get out of that habit and be open about, hey, become a member or do this because I want to be able to pay rent with YouTube videos. Hey, so Make your bread, bro. Yes, sir.
Better. But if I keep focusing
No, in other words, watch all the videos. Get the watch time so we can get to that point.
in on this one goal, this one big goal, what happens when I get there? But
that was my favorite edit of the whole video. The Mr. Krabs walking and slapping the thing on the paper. That's so good. That's my favorite edit of the entire video, I think. Because so many people say you can't do YouTube for a living. Because they're full of themselves. They're full of crap. Anyone who says that you can't do YouTube for a living is clearly in denial and lying to themselves. Like they just... That also... Just ignore me. I'm 10 minutes behind. No worries. No worries. No, but it's not necessarily that they're lying to themselves. They're just in denial of how reality is. Like they're just in denial of the reality of this life, right? Also... Okay. I want to move my little guy over here. That way you can see the full effect.
In on this one goal, this one big goal, what happens when I get there?
Oh,
once I've hit
I love it. The sound design, bro. That's so good. Okay, I'm moving myself back now. She's not got the bang with
goal. It's this one big goal. What happens when I get there? Because once I've hit a goal,
I love that.
It's gone forever. I've hit the goal, and that's it.
I need to figure out a different lighting setup, though, because the overhead shots are really dark. And I have all my lights in the studio. All of them are on. It's just this little corner is too dark. I want to get like a lamp for that, because over there would be... I need that second key light for this little location.
What now? Once I've sold...
Oh, I love that. That's underrated. The What Now? I have that song in my head now. Nice. Nice. Good song, though.
It's gone forever. I've hit the goal.
What now?
And that's it. What now? Once I've celebrated hitting this goal, whatever this goal is.
I really liked my handwriting on that shot. I don't know why. It was just particularly aesthetic for some reason.
Once that's over, it's over.
It's over.
But what if?
Also, this shot, the wind was blowing in such a way to where it made my hair look so majestical and just fabulous. I don't know. It's hilarious, though. Like... It was for once, it was blowing in the right direction.
Throughout this process, the past 4 years, what about all those small milestones, those little wins? All of the built up small wins.
Clonally with the emoji. I love this section too.
What if I celebrate
small
those?
Wins?
Because if I
This was actually, okay. Ooh, that's another cool one. Writing down the small wins was actually such a great exercise. Because I have this whole list of just little things that I've accomplished that I've forgotten about. The small wins, dude. All of these little guys, like the people coming back to the videos, getting a new camera, hitting 1,000 views, making daily vlogs, new editing tricks, like that's so cool. And I remember being so hyped about those things, but writing this stuff down and forcing myself to recollect those things, recommend it. I recommend it. 10 out of 10.
All of the built up
Watch this.
Small
this is
wins.
My favorite thing.
What if I celebrate those? Because if I continue to celebrate the process...
Dog! It drew itself! It drew itself!
And the growing, I'll never stop celebrating. As long as I...
Stop it. Stop it right now. That's so cool. Also, this is that meme of we're hiring for graphic designers with the paint document on a billboard. But nah, bro. The stop motion is becoming one of my favorite things to do in these videos.
Because if I continue to celebrate...
Look at that. And with the marker sound effect, I downloaded a magic marker sound effect or whatever, so it sounds like it's writing. It sounds like it's being written with marker.
All of the built
I'm watching it again.
Small wins. What if I celebrate those? Because if I continue to celebrate the process and the growing, I'll never stop celebrating.
Look at that!
I continue to...
Stop motion era? Bro! It might just have to be. This is my era's tour of stop motion. Also, I'm realizing that OBS is on crack. Wait a minute, what? Oh yeah, why is this? Okay, I'm sorry, gang. I've royally fumbled the bag. There we go. That's better.
To pursue growth and seek out improvement,
this always brings me to beginning band. Legit, when one kid hits a small milestone they've been working on, everyone gets so excited. Bro, it's so good! It's so good! All the small wins, bro, that's the thing. The beauty of the small wins is you don't get big wins without them, right? You always have to be getting those little bitty wins in order to accumulate to some big wins, right? You have to, in order to get to being an all-district or all-state band or something, you have to learn how to make a sound first. Like, you can't just make all-state without making a sound. That's the amazing thing about it. Same with anything. You have to get those little bitty guys first. And then this whole diagram right here.
And will I ever be
celebrate all of it. Celebrate all of it.
done
You could
celebrating these small wins? I celebrate now, not because I've reached my big goal. I
celebrating the small wins is the key for longevity. I get so hyped for the small wins so we can have confidence and enjoy. Dude, you gotta overhype the small wins, bro. That's one of the things that you told me that whenever you told me you do that, I was like, you got it. Because, like, that's so good. You're gonna make those kids feel so good about doing something so seemingly insignificant, but, like, in reality, it's, like, the biggest thing in the world.
Because I'm one step closer.
Also, I celebrate footprints, bro. Oh, yeah, the lettuce.
I celebrate because...
Fun fact,
because I'm one step closer. I celebrate
the lettuce growing. That was about 2 weeks of GoPro attached to the charger, constantly recording for like a week and a half, 2 weeks. Crazy.
Because I've grown. I celebrate because I keep going, and I haven't stopped.
Oh, I love it. I love the markers drawing, dude, the lines drawing themselves, bro.
I mentioned before, the channel has recently been accepted into the YouTube Partner Program.
Woo!
And for that, I'm beyond
Program.
grateful.
Woo!
And I celebrate that.
Look at this. This is... I don't think I've ever actually showed this on the videos. The milestones on the desk that I've written in Sharpie.
I've been able to do this, and I'm also very, very proud of what I've done.
Yeah, so this is the whole... There's a corner on my desk. It's right over there. Whenever my dad and I built these desks, I had it set up, and I wanted to like customize it in some way. And so what I decided to do was, every time I hit a milestone on the channel, I was going to write it on the desk because I was using this desk to create the things that got me to these milestones. So this desk is to some degree responsible for all of these milestones. So that's a very special thing. And being able to write YouTube Partner on there is just nuts, dude. Craziness.
And what I've done specifically to get to this point and all the things that have gone into it. And so just because it's not the big picture goal, just because it's not like the big thing, doesn't mean I can't celebrate it. Because in order to keep doing this thing for...
I think that's one of the things about the new monetization threshold that, like, I don't know, some people I think have a problem with it and some people don't, like, because it's like, oh my god, I had to get 4,000 hours. I didn't get 3,500 subscribers, blah, 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 blah. Like, they've lowered it so it's easier to get in, but at the same time, just because it's easier now doesn't mean it's not worth celebrating, right? So, it's like, to me, that was what brought on all the small win things. It's like, just because it's not the 4,000 hour portion of the threshold doesn't mean it's not good enough. Like, it's still a phenomenal thing to have hit, and it's still, like, to me, I'm super happy that they've done it this way, because between, like, 4,000 is a lot of hours. It's also not very many, but in this particular context, 4,000 is a lot of hours, and having a milestone along the way to sort of reinforce the excitement and the motivation and the momentum to get to that 4,000, to me, that's extremely valuable. Because, like, hitting 3,000, I was like, bet. We got to a milestone. Next up, 4,000. And, like, now I'm, like, super motivated and, like, super energized to make that last push for the extra 1,000 to get to 4,000 hours. And then from 4,000, obviously, it's just, like, steady grind from then on and, like, celebrate more small wins at that point. But I think the way they've done it is phenomenal. That's just my opinion.
For as long as I have, and for as long as a lot of people have, you have to be able to celebrate those small wins, and you have to be able to appreciate what you've done and where you've come from. And in this celebration, I not only recognize what's next, but I'm appreciating what was and what is. Boom. No matter what your goal is.
Boom. Yeah, that's something I think is very important too, is, you know, whenever you're striving towards something, a lot of times, especially culture, if you're striving for something, you have a tendency to only focus on that one thing that's ahead of you. But I think in achieving and in striving for goals and for dreams, it's very important to not only look forward, but to appreciate where you've been and to be present and appreciate what you're doing and where you are right in that moment. Because, like, right then when I was recording this and just now, it's like, wow, I'm really psyched and I'm looking forward to hitting 4,000. But also, look at where I came from. Look at where I started. And also, right now, in this moment, I'm officially a YouTube partner. Something I dreamed about since 2019. and now I've finally done it. So sitting in that for a while, being able to appreciate that moment, that is accepting and acknowledging that this is me in real life, that I'm actually in it, in the partner program, living the dream that 17-year-old me had, like, that's special. And that is, that you cannot take that for granted. That's a big deal. So yeah, that's the point of this little section was like, obviously you got to focus. Is that in your IG bio yet? No, but it should be. I need to have I think I have the Patreon link in there right now. But now the point is, obviously strive and look forward, but also don't forget to look back and acknowledge and have gratitude for what was, and also feel and acknowledge what is now, currently.
Whether it's YouTube or a promotion.
Listen here too. This video, I want this video to get a lot of views, obviously because watch time, but also I want this genuinely. When I was making this, I'm like, this applies to so many more things than YouTube that it would be unfortunate for it to only reach an audience of YouTubers, right? Like aspiring creators, whatnot. Like, this is the kind of message that needs to be spread, that things, if you're actually trying to achieve something in your life, like, it takes time. You have to be patient, and you have to be okay with just celebrating small wins for over and over and over. Like, do it for X amount of years before you can even consider getting to that point. Because, like, with most things, like I said, getting a promotion, graduating, what have you, it takes time. And people expect, especially in today's culture, it's like there's so much now. And instead of building for potential, like the future and stuff, you're trying to get things now and you're trying to do it quickly. It's a lot about fast money. But if you're about slowly building that foundation and like working towards that instead of trying to get it all now, that's the key in getting where you want to go, is not rushing it, not trying to rush it, not making short-sighted, short-term moves. Got to work for the long term. Because, as badly as I want to be making money on YouTube, I also don't want to sell out early and, screw myself over in the long run. But if I'm patient and I work hard for it now, and I take smart steps and build for the future, then it'll last, right? It's sustainable. But if I go crazy early on trying to fight for that money and stuff, it's not as, like, people get monetized every day, but they also don't have the audience and the loyalty of subscribers and whatnot to maintain something like that over a long period of time. But it's the ones that take longer, typically, and it's the ones that really try and nurture and garner that audience that really have that long-term career on YouTube, because they've done it and built it up over time instead of getting it all really, really fast.
Or graduating or whatever, it matters not. What matters is how you persist and how you're able to keep going through a long process. And I found that one of the best ways for me to do this is by celebrating the small things. Because at the end of the day, no matter how small, you did it on the pursuit towards something bigger, and that's something you should be proud of. So in honor of all of the small wins, all of the little subscriber milestones and viewer milestones and whatever milestones, in honor of these things, here's to year number 5.
Look at that! Oh, Chloe says, I'm so desperate for junk food, I'm making cookie dough with no eggs. Smart. So this was one, I had this idea, I wrote it right here in the book. Here's to year number 5 with the fireworks, and I thought that was so cool. Here's to year number 5.
In honor of these things,
I wanted to do something like that where it had an animation on the paper. I thought that was just outstanding.
Here's to year number
cool.
5.
Fireworks! Thank you, patrons. Woo! Look at all this. Let me see here. Let's go to this. There we go. Hi, gang. I gotta click it so it'll play all the way through real quick. Okay. All right. Let's go back to chat on screen. 8 concurrent. That's insane, dude. Thank you guys for being here. Holy crap. That's absurd. 8 or 7? I can't tell. Oh, well. Either way, thank you all for being here. That's really awesome. I think that's a record, actually. If 8 concurrent viewers is actually what it is, if it's not just YouTube inflating numbers like they do, if it's actually 8 people, that's a record for the channel. Because previously, the record for concurrent viewers in one of these director's commentaries is 7. So if it's actually 8, that's pretty sick. Now it says 6. See, now I knew it. I started talking about it, and then they're gone. Which, I mean, you can't, it's not what it's about, so, like, fair enough. But, oh, good grief. Holy crap. The lettuce. Oh, right. I read that back, and I'm kind of confused. What? Look at that. That's so wild. I'm going to send some love to the chat. There was actually a thing that I had set up where it was going to pop up in chat for people that are, like, new or whatever. It's like channel guidelines or something. But what I didn't realize is it actually shows up in the comment section of new videos or of videos in general, which I don't really like. So I got rid of it. It was like one of those things where it was like, feel free to ask questions and no spam and, be kind to others and that kind of stuff, which is good messages, but I don't want it to be like right there and highlight the comment section because it's kind of lame. Cookie dough, only eggs. That's that Jim Bro smoothie with only eggs and egg yolks and stuff. That's that. That's why, gonna get yoked, Brent. Brent's gonna get yoked. Holy crap. Man. Yeah, so thank you guys also for the support on the video, like I said at the very beginning, because it's 1 of 10. Yep, holy crap. It went up. It got a bunch of views since I started watching it, but anyway, yeah, it's gone up, and that's actually really good because it's ahead of I Quit YouTube Shorts and My Tiny YouTube Studio, both of which are, like, up there. Yes, sir, another GTB classic. Man, grateful. Also, I don't want to feel like it's taboo, so I'm just going to say it anyway. I got my first 2 super thanks from in the comments today of the video. Shout out to Peyton, shout out to Evan. Thank you guys for that. I really appreciate it. But it's crazy because, like, that's one of those, and also, of course, Chloe is the first inaugural channel member, so if you want to be a channel member, you know how to do it. But anyway, it's crazy because now I can officially say that I'm actively making money on the YouTube channel, and that's something that is just wild. I told Dad too. I was like, I'll take a half hour off of work tomorrow, so I've got money on the channel now. So I'll be like, I'll call and I'll be like, I'm gonna be about an hour late, half hour late, something like that. So I'll be like, hey, one day, man, one day, I'm looking forward to this. I want to get to this point where I just make YouTube videos for a living. Could you imagine? We are proud, man. Thank you, Brent. I really appreciate that. Could you imagine, like, just not having to have a job and make YouTube videos for a living? Which that would be my job, and it would, it'd be so cool. Because I just, it'd be so good. I just cannot believe it. Cannot believe it. Oh, what? Shopping? Hold on. I'm learning some things. Select products to display them in your product section. Let me see here. Hold on. Creative person, drip. Never give up, drip. Let's do it. I'm gonna put this. Hold on. Let me know if you guys see this. Pick a product to pin in the chat. How do I do that? Oh, pin product in the chat. Hold on. I think I just did something. Did I just? I'm trying to see if I could pin. I tried pinning the Never Give Up blue tri-blend t-shirt in the chat. I wonder if it works. I wonder if it's gonna work. Live chat. Oh no, there's 8. What the heck? Oh, it's back up to 8. Nice. Welcome back, gang. Yeah, I'm trying to see. I tried pinning that. Did you guys see that in the chat? Now it's experiment time. I'm just trying to see. Is it at the top? Maybe you have to go off and then come back to see it. Maybe. Hold on 1 second. Okay. Hold on. Let's see here. 8 watching. Sick, dude. I wonder if... I'm trying to see, because that's actually something I would like to experiment with in the future. Oh, there it is. It's pinned. I thought it was pinned in the chat. It's pinned on the screen. I guess that kind of works. But like I kind of figured it would be like a chat message almost. Like it would be pinned in the chat. But hey, it is what it is. And that's the thing. Again, it takes up so much of the screen. Like it's disruptive almost. Like to me it looks disruptive. So I'm kind of it works. That's cool. I don't know. What do you guys think? I feel like it takes up too much of the screen. Like, I feel like it's in the way. What do you guys think? Let me know. Because I'm genuinely curious. Because I do not... Like, if it's in the way, I do not want to put it there. Like, I think it looks in the way. I don't know what you guys think, but I'm kind of about it. And, like, obviously you can just click and then dismiss and get rid of it. But that's extra work you got to do. And I don't want to put that on anybody. Like, I would rather... It's, like, especially with the merch thing... That, to me, is, I think it's cool, and I want to put it out for you guys. No obligation whatsoever to buy any. It's there, so it's available. Like, that's my thing, is I want it to be available, and that's it. You don't have to buy it. I don't care if you don't. I don't care if you buy it, and to be honest, I don't blame you, because it's expensive, but it has to be in order for me to make any profit. But I don't blame you. In other words, if you don't want to buy anything, I do not blame you. But if you do, I appreciate that. But anyway, no, I'm not going to have it on there. Because it's just, like, I'm going to display it, but I'm not going to pin it. I think that's the thing. Yeah. So I can have it, okay, yeah, okay. So I can have the product displayed to where it's in, like, the description or whatever. Or, like, it shows up, but it's not, like, it shows up as a tagged product, but it's not pinned. That's the thing. And that's another thing, too. I'm, like, kind of sort of getting used to all this stuff, so I don't really know how all of it works. But in time, my friends, in time... It will be. I'm spamming the 100 emoji right now. Let me know if you guys see it. But now in time, it'll all be figured out. Viewer activity. What is this? Oh no, super chats. That's what that is. I'm like, what is that? I've never seen that tab before. That's wild, man. Oh, we got some more. Why are you sending that emoji, gang? There needs to be. Wait, let me see. Hold on. Add reaction. I can send the emojis. Oh yeah, because it's my channel. Duh. Hey, look at this. That's fun. Hey. That's fun. Thumbs up, gang. Oh, somebody is spamming the emojis. That's awesome. Yeah, become a channel member if you want to get dope emojis like this. Yeah, and like I said, so it's funny. So in order to get more emojis, you have to get more members, so that way you can unlock them, quote. So if we want to add another emoji, we have to get one more member. What in the world? So, yeah. I kind of think it would be cool if whoever the second member is gets to pick the emoji, since Chloe was the first one, since Chloe has an emoji. And plus, like, I don't really have any, like, branding necessarily, so it'd be weird to, like, just put a bunch of pictures of my face on there. Unless it was, like, funny things like this, like derpy things. Like, those are cool, but I don't want it to seem, super self-absorbed or anything. So, if anyone wants to be a member, do it, and then get with me somehow, and we'll get you an emoji. But we are at 1 hour and 2 minutes and 33 seconds. I hate to end it because there's so many people here, but, like, it's all good. Everybody's got places to be. Everybody's got things to do, more than likely. But just either way, thank you for spending some time with me today. I really appreciate it. I'm grateful for all of these Sundays where we can do director's commentary and, chew the fat and look at the video and analyze it a little bit. Stay tuned. It's an honor. It was a fun hour. Peace, bud. Peace, man. I'm excited. Stay tuned for December 24th. If you guys aren't doing anything, we're going to have a banger of a Vlogmas marathon commentary stream where we're going to sit down for like 4 hours, and go back and rewatch all the Vlogmas episodes, talk about them, chill out, hang out. It's going to be a great time. So in the Vlogmas episodes and in stuff, I'm going to like hype it up a little bit. So if you guys want to get down on that, stay tuned because it's going to be awesome. Very excited for it. I'm planning out some really cool stuff. But yeah, again, thank you so much for being here. I really, really appreciate everything you guys have done. Support and views and all that stuff. You really mean the world to me. I appreciate that a lot. But yeah, without further ado, gang, it's been real. It's been fun.